You know what's one thing that bothers me about YouTube videos? Bad quality audio. Now this is subtle, but it'll make a little bit of a difference. Just wait. Okay, turn off the fridge.
Okay, turning off fridge.
No more hum. You're welcome. What's going on, guys? My name is Chris Howe and I'm a YouTuber from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and welcome to my home. Let's start the tour. All right, guys, so welcome to our modern 2-bedroom condo. This is located in the west end of Toronto in an area called Mimico. It's about a 10-minute drive to the downtown core and a 10-minute drive to Pearson International Airport. What do I love about it? That view, unobstructed overlooking Lake Ontario. I really like the area. It's about a 10-minute walk to the water, and it's surrounded by cafes and multiple walking paths. For me, this is like the perfect mix of suburb meets the city. And last thing I want to mention is access to these resort-style amenities. So we have an outdoor pool, indoor lap pool, sauna, hot tub, 2 gyms. Actually, one of them is overlooking the city skyline, which is pretty dope. A basketball court, squash court, movie theater, and a running track. Now, I'm sorry the B-roll for some of those amenities wasn't the best. I actually had to steal these photos from the internet because everything's locked down right now and I can't get in to actually shoot this. So you're gonna have to deal with that. All right, enough of this voiceover, Chris. Let's start this tour. All right, let me show you the kitchen. This is probably my favorite section of the entire house because of this island. Look at how big it is. There's so much room for activities and chopping up food and making pizzas and all that stuff. The one thing I really love about it, and the thing that sold us on this place, is that I could be here, cooking some eggs, making some food, overlooking that view. The other thing I really like is that we have 3 chairs right here in the front, so if I'm ever hosting a small group, I can just quickly make some food and we can all be talking and sharing drinks, all that stuff. So I really like this space. And in case I burn anything, because I'm not the best chef yet, I'm getting a little bit better. We have a range hood, so I can always just turn this on and it sucks up all my mistakes. Over here, people always ask, Chris, what is your coffee machine? This is the Breville Barista Pro. It makes some of the best espresso-based drinks I've ever had. Would highly recommend. Breville, thank you for making great stuff. Below it, we have the Bosch dishwasher. Try to say that very quickly. Bosch dishwasher. The thing I really love about this is it's so quiet that I don't even know that it's on, to the point where they even installed a little tiny red light so that you know that it's on, which is clutch because our kitchen is right beside our bedroom and I don't want to have to go to sleep to There's a bunch of drawers for storage, which is absolutely great. Over here, we changed out all the hardware to include black hardware, which is really nice. Got that stuff on Amazon, very cheap, and I will link all those things below. We have a lot more space over here. Changed out the faucets, black from Amazon. This is a very bougie, expensive item, but I think it looks really nice. This is the Fellow Stag adjustable temperature controlled kettle. The only thing that people don't like about this, it's a very slow pour. So if you really like making tea, it's kind of annoying, but it looks good. This is the Breville toaster, which I actually really like. It has this one option on it called a little bit more. So if you haven't toasted your thing just right, you're like, I just need a little bit more. There's literally a button that says a little bit more. Breville. Genius, love it. We have organic waste here. We have our microwave here, a little bit more storage. Giant cutting board. Why do these things cost so much money? I don't know, but it looks nice and smells nice. This is our standard fridge that came with the unit. It's a bit older, so we might get a new one in the next little while, but let's see inside. Remember cribs? Everyone always like open up their fridge and they'd always have like a whole bunch of soda pop or Red Bull or something like that. Do you know what my thing is? Milkadamia nut milk for my lattes, because I really like iced lattes. Fun fact, I have 12 of these in my fridge. That's how much I like it. And the last thing that we absolutely love in this kitchen that we actually just installed recently is this wall hanging bar. We have some really nice, good quality glass here on the bottom and bottles that we will never open just because I think bottles look better when they're full, and then we actually keep the ones that we drink right up here and right below it. The most unnecessary purchase and the most money I've ever spent on the stupidest item, a $300 garbage can, because I thought it looked nice and it had a soft closing lid, but now it's starting to make creaking sounds. So that's a thing. That is the kitchen. Let's move on. All right, welcome to our dining area. We're not gonna spend too much time here, but I'll go through it quickly. Starting right up top here, we have our Tika light. The thing that I love most about this is the patterns that it throws on the ceiling. Behind us, custom prints that we got from posterjack.com. These things look absolutely amazing. These are Lizzie's photos. This large one here is mine, and that was when we went on a trip to Banff, Alberta. Now the accent pieces that we have on the table here, these placemats we got in the Philippines. We have this custom piece right here that we got as a gift from Lizzie's mom. I like these custom things because it helps make your space more unique. Now moving on to the table, we have a live edge acacia table that I'm obsessed with. If you guys don't know what live edge is, literally if you look at the edge of the table, it looks like the actual edge of the tree, so it's live edge rather than like a milled straight edge. We have 4 chairs here. These are black leather and this total kit here with the table, black chairs, and the acacia wood bench. Sub $2,000 from a company called Wazo. I will link those below. Absolutely love that place. They're from Montreal, Canada. And one of the best pieces and the most expensive pieces in our house is this carpet that is below us here. This is a Persian rug that we got from an authentic Persian rug store. Let's move on. Welcome to the family nook. Probably my favorite spot or section of the entire condo. Starting off with the couch, my favorite piece that I've ever purchased in my life. This is a tan Italian leather custom made sectional. It was made by a Mennonite. I will link the couch below if you're interested in getting one of these custom made things. Moving on, these pillows are from Urban Outfitters. We have a little cat bed for our cat, Luna. Right here, we have a marble coffee table. Over here, we have our media unit. This is an acacia wood unit. It's got like a metal black edged frame with the acacia wood. 3 drawers where we can store a bunch of stuff in. We got a PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, some old school cameras, a bunch of books to make us look smarter than we actually are, and the pièce de résistance, whatever the French word is for like, look at this dope piece of technology, the LG TV. I'm gonna tell you about it because this is probably the coolest piece of tech that we have in the house. It looks so good. So we got this new television about 2 weeks ago. Absolutely in love. This is the LG 65-inch OLED smart TV. It's a perfect fit for our lives, especially coming from like LCD where everything was like washed out. Now, richer color, deeper blacks, better brightness, all the things as somebody who's like a filmmaker and works in this industry really appreciates a good visual experience. So LG knocked it out of the park with this one. The cool thing is that it has a lot of really interesting technology built into it that I'd like to mention. It has AI sound and AI picture profiles. So starting with the AI sound, I didn't really know what it was until we like turned on the TV and I was like, do you want to turn on AI sound? All of a sudden, it adapted to our room and it drastically sounded better to the point where I don't even know if I'm gonna get a sound bar or not. It sounds that good. Wow. AI sound, amazing. The other thing is AI picture profiles. So as you can see, we have giant windows and a lot of light comes in here, which means the light is constantly changing throughout the day. This thing adapts the brightness to the room. The second thing is it has different picture profiles. So let's say you're watching Netflix, you turn on filmmaker mode, everything looks amazing. You're like, you know what? I wanna play PS4 right now. So you turn on the PS4, LG instantly goes, hey, PS4's on, do you wanna switch to that? And you're like, yup, so you press okay, and all of a sudden it changes all the profiles for a better gaming experience. Now you've probably noticed in the background, there's a bunch of pictures. This is called gallery mode. One of the biggest problems that Lizzie and I always have is like, which pictures should we put up in our house? Because we've gone on a lot of trips, we have a lot of photos, and it's really hard to narrow that down. This makes it a little bit easier. So now we can start putting up our own prints and we don't have to fight, who gets this wall? Do you get this wall? No, we can like upload a whole album. We can start reliving our experiences. And as photographers to have like the different frames, clutch. It looks so good. Look how close this television is to the wall. It's completely flush. Not even the kind of flush, completely flush. Literally the television like went up to and it's like got up in that wall space. It's like, I'm here now. It took a little while to put it on the wall, mainly because we were drilling into concrete, but it's cool because it has this mount and this like little divot that's in the back part of the TV so that when you push it in, it is completely flush. What I love most about it is it's actually opened up this space, especially in like an 800 square foot apartment. You want to optimize the space as much as possible. So flush mount, super thin, looks amazing. Thank you, LG, so much for sending it to me. I love it, Lizzie loves it, our cat loves it, and hopefully you guys love it. All right, we're gonna move into the bedroom right now, but before we enter, here's our collection of string, intricately wound, that came all the way from Poland. I don't know why we have this, but moving on. The bedroom. You might be asking yourself, Chris, why are you throwing a small potato that is black in your hand? Well, it's because when we started shooting in here, it's extremely bright, near impossible to shoot. This is overexposed and looks like a potato. So let's use the potato to make it look less like a potato. This is also a good way to showcase that we have motorized blinds. These are our blackout curtains so that we can actually get sleep at night because we live in a city and there's a lot of ambient light even in the evening. So this blocks out all the light, especially when the sunrise is coming up at 5:30 a.m. and we still want to snooze a little bit longer. All right, so now that our lighting is slightly better, let's talk about this room. Starting on the left side, we have Lizzie's antique vanity that she's had since she was 12 years old. We got 2 hats hanging on the wall and a hanging plant that really just brought this corner together and really just emphasized boho, bohemian. Even though we're not really bohemian, but it's boho inspired. Starting with our bed from the ground up, we got a Persian rug. As you know, I'm super into rugs and they're very expensive, and I don't want to tell you how much I spent on it because you will judge me. Now our bed, it is acacia wood and it is from West Elm. We have a purple mattress, and I'm not talking about the color, that is the brand. This thing is like futuristic. It has like squishy plastic material that I don't know what it is, but it's super comfortable and I love sleeping on it and I sleep great. Our bedding is from Urban Outfitters, and right above our bed we have a DIY shelf. We literally bought a giant piece of acacia wood, cut it in half, and had 2 spare L brackets, put it up against the wall, and started putting all the things that we love in our lives on top of this. All right, let's quickly finish off this space. So let's go down the hall. As you can see, we put a big IKEA mirror to make the space seem even bigger. And on the left side, we have a closet. One thing that you might notice in our closet that's really strange and unique is that we have floor-to-ceiling windows in here. My neighbors have definitely seen me change and have seen my butt. Moving on to our ensuite bathroom. This is a bathroom. It's pretty standard. I'm really happy that we have it, but you know, we do the things that you do in a bathroom here. Moving on to the deck. All right, welcome to the deck, which is probably our favorite space in the entire condo. I know I've said that for every single space. I love our home, I love our apartments, I'm gonna say I love everything. Welcome to the deck. As you can see, it is super long. It's about 100 square feet. We have some basic IKEA furniture. I'm not gonna delve into that too much. This couch over here is really nice to sit and read on. At the end, we have a Weber electric barbecue, because fun fact, you can't have propane barbecues. But I feel like this like little tiny barbecue I had is like a little tester or a little sample to having a barbecue. Now I want like a big boy barbecue. And the last thing I will mention is I just installed these lights on the deck, which at night is clutch. Usually it just feels really small, but once you put these lights on, which are smart lights, by the way, the mood at night is so nice and ambient. Absolutely love it. You can sit out there and read. Let's head back inside to the second bedroom. Okay, so this is our second bedroom. Right now we are using it as a guest bedroom slash like library slash hangout and artistic room. But this also used to be our office. 2 of us worked out of here. This is what it looked like when it was our office, and this is what it looks like now. Starting on the right side of the room, we have an IKEA shelf that's built in the wall that is poorly stylized, but we are working on it. Moving on to this couch, this is nothing special, but our cat seems to want to use it as a scratching post. Right behind me is probably one of my favorite things I've ever purchased, which is actually a piece of art from one of my friends, Marcus Schwan. I love the gradient, I love the texture, and I also really love supporting my artistic friends, and you guys should try to do that kind of stuff too. On the left side, we have a minimalist clock that doesn't have numbers on it, but also we have a neon sign right below it. If you want a neon sign, I will link it below. Again, we have another piece from Wazo and acacia. Oh my God, guys, you love acacia. I don't know what it is about this wood, obsessed with this wood. It's an acacia side table. We store a bunch of our camera gear in here, as well as some of our musical equipment. Continuing moving left, we have a left-handed electric guitar that I recently got. This is a Fender Jazzmaster. Absolutely obsessed. It looks so beautiful hung up on our wall. And right below it, we have a little studio speaker that I can play through if I want to. Also, we can use it as a Bluetooth speaker if we want to listen to music in this room. Moving left, we have another fake plant, and we have these 2 big doors, which is actually our storage, so we use it as a pantry. Not that important. Here's a quick look. That was enough for you to see. Let's continue moving on. All right, welcome to our main bathroom. Here are the few things that I want to point out. I recently changed all the faucets in here that we actually got on Amazon. The black looks so much better. Quick little pat on the back. I did this all myself after watching a video on YouTube for like 3 minutes. I was like, oh, I think I could do that. So you guys can do it too. But I'm also gonna put a little asterisk here that says something like, legal jargon, please do not sue me. Over here, we actually found this gem on Facebook Marketplace. This is a wood teepee. We've styled it with some bougie candles and a little succulent plant. The shower curtain is from Urban Outfitters. It actually matches our bed. And the only other thing that I wanna mention is this, probably the best investment we've ever made. This small boob tray. I think we got this from Urban Outfitters. It's so funny that this actually exists. All right, we are at the end of our tour. Welcome to our little entry nook. Probably one of the best things about this entry and exit is this wall hanging here where we can store our sunglasses and glasses, as well as all our keys. These 2 items are essential. I will link them below. If we open up the closet doors, we have our washing machine and dryer. These things are great. It's a washing machine and dryer, not that important. All right, guys, that's the end of the tour. I know we've been here for a really long time. If you're still here, hey, wait, you know, if you're a fan of this channel, you know. That's the ASMR clap. yeah, guys, that's what $2,500 a month in rent gets you in downtown Toronto. I think it's pretty great. There's a lot of amazing amenities. I love living here, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this condo tour. So at that point, I'm hungry. Get out of my house! Get out of here. Wait, I forgot to say. Also, don't forget to like my video. I really appreciate it. I know it was mean, I was like, get out of my house, but can you just one last little thing for me? Can you like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified for future videos, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Now, you guys can leave at your own will, but I'm gonna do this, which kind of insinuates you to leave. Get out of here. All right, one last quick 20-second outro house tour. Welcome to my cat's 5 square foot teepee. Luna, can we come on in for a quick second and have a tour? She says yes. So what we got here is memory foam, super soft, ultra bougie cat bed. We have leather exterior right here, metal pulls. Luna, we like your place. You wanna say goodbye to everybody? If you guys wanna go check this out, a friend of mine actually makes these and they're super dope. So links below, it's called Petna. All right, peace guys, bye.